EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone, and no run back. Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
On second down, Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because this team is looking for a new quarterback.
This is McCaffrey, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on second down is Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Thomas Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, express,
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
right down.
On second down, here's Newton. Tough to bring Bryant down. Going right side here, and that's complete. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down.
Come on now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, fellas.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Greg, Greg.
Nowhere, 22, go nowhere.
Greg, Greg.
I'm coming.
Express.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Come on now.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Do some. Gun, gun.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
8.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Gun, gun.
Now Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Last stop. Last stop.
Gun, gun.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ryan on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On third down, Devontae Freeman. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Ryan, and he rifles one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Gun. Wait.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break. Newton airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They give it to Anderson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. After the run, Newton going to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Vic Beasley in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Hey, let's go. That's nice.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Back 25, 22.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 25, 21. Hey, let him go.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out.
Let's go. Back 25. Let him go.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Julius Peppers. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Get up.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back 25.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Anderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Again, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Falcons on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 15. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Handoff comes to Anderson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases,